Hey everyone, do you ever feel like your German is a little stuck? You're using simple, choppy sentences and you just want to sound more natural? Well, you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to give your German a serious upgrade by mastering a few key pronouns that will make you sound so much more fluent. Just take a look at this. On the left, you've got perfectly correct German. Das ist ein Mann, ist mein Lehrer. No problem there. But look at the right. Dieser Mann, der mein Lehrer ist, it's just smoother, right? More elegant. It flows. Getting from the left to the right is exactly what we're going to do today. And you know what? Making that leap isn't about learning 1,000 new words. Nope. It's all about having the right tools in your linguistic toolkit. We're going to stock that toolkit with 3 super powerful pronoun types that'll let you build these better, more impressive sentences. So here's our game plan for today. We're going to start with the pointer tool, then move to the connector tool, and finish up our tools with the generalizer. After that, we'll do a quick practice round to make sure you've got it all down. Sound good? Let's get started. Okay, first up in our toolkit, the pointer. This is your secret weapon for getting really specific, for pointing at exactly what you mean. The fancy grammar name for these? Demonstrative pronouns. So a demonstrative pronoun is basically your finger in word form. You're not just talking about a car, you're talking about this car right here. It cuts through any confusion and says, pay attention to this specific thing. All right, I know what you're thinking. A declension table? But wait, don't panic. If you already know your endings for the definite articles, der, da, stain, dame, then you're basically already there. Seriously, look at those endings. They're almost exactly the same. And here's how it looks in a sentence. Dieser Mann ist mein Lehrer. You see? We're not talking about some random guy. We're pointing to this man. It's direct, it's clear, and it's powerful. That's our pointer tool. Let's grab our next tool. We've mastered pointing at things. Now, what if we want to add more information about them without having to start a brand new sentence? Well, that's where the connector tool comes in. We're talking about relative pronouns. Relative pronouns are like the bridges of German grammar. They create a link between a main idea and some extra descriptive info. It lets you weave your thoughts together into one beautiful, complex sentence instead of 2 simple ones. And hey, look at that. This table should look pretty familiar too. The top 2 rows, nominative and accusative, are identical to the definite articles you already know. But, and this is a big but, there are a couple of key differences you absolutely have to know. Okay, pay attention because this is crucial. In the dative plural, the relative pronoun is denen, not den. You got to add that en. And for the genitive case, you'll use dessen for masculine and neuter and deren for feminine and plural. If you can memorize these exceptions, you are golden. The structure is also super important, but it's a simple 3-step recipe. You start with your main sentence, pop in the correct relative pronoun right after the thing you're describing, and then, and this is classic German, you punt the verb of that little clause all the way to the very end. Let's check it out in action. Der Film, den ich gesehen habe, war gut. You see that? The main sentence is der Film war gut. The connector part, den ich gesehen habe, is nestled right in there. And where's the verb? Habe? Bam! All the way at the end. It's so cool once you get the hang of it. Okay, time for our final tool, the generalizer. So far, we've been super specific. But what about when you want to talk about people or things in a general way? That's where indefinite pronouns save the day. So whenever you say things like someone called, or one must be careful, or nothing is impossible, you're using a generalizer. These are absolutely essential for everyday conversations when you don't know who or what you're talking about, or you just don't need to say. And here are the most common ones you'll run into. You've got man for talking about people in general. You've got jemand for someone, and its opposite, niemand, for no one. Then for things, you have etwas, something, and nichts, nothing. These are words you're going to use all the time. Now, of all these, man is probably the MVP. It's so useful. A sentence like man spricht hier Deutsch is the perfect example. It's a really natural way to say people speak German here or German is spoken here without pointing fingers at anyone. It's a must-know. All right, we've loaded up your toolkit. Theory's great, but practice is where it really sinks in. So let's do a few quick exercises to make sure you're ready to use these tools yourself. First up, let's use the pointer tool. Er gibt blank Kind ein Geschenk. Okay, the clues are right there. The noun kind is neuter, and the case is dative. So what's the correct form of dies? I'll give you a second. And the answer is diesem. Er gibt diesem Kind ein Geschenk. He gives a gift to this specific child. Nice job if you got that. Okay, next, the connector. Der Mann dort steht ist mein Vater. So we're describing der Mann, which is masculine. And in that little clause, he's the one doing the standing, right? So he's the subject, which means it's the nominative case. Which pronoun do we need? It's der, of course. Der Mann, der dort steht, ist mein Vater. See how that connects the man is my father with he is standing over there? Perfect. And last one, the generalizer. We have the sentence, jemand ist zu Hause, meaning someone is at home. So which one makes sense here? Niemand, meaning no one, or nichts, meaning nothing? Well, a person can be at home, but a nothing can't. So the answer is niemand. No one is at home. And just like that, you now have 3 incredibly powerful tools in your German linguistic toolkit. You have the pointer, the connector, and the generalizer, and you can start transforming your simple sentences into something much more impressive. So the only question left is, now that you've got the tools, what's the first sentence you're going to upgrade? Thanks so much for joining me.